Quick question. When you don't want to do something, when you're avoiding doing something, is the excuse that you're using to avoid that something acceptable? Are you hiding behind a reasonable excuse? Because that's how we do it sometimes. Let's talk about this in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. Not everything that we do is presented to us, an option for us with a gung-ho attitude. Yeah, can't wait to do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Sometimes we're presented with things that we really don't want to do, or we're fearful of doing. We're fearful of failure. We're fearful of breaking something, not doing very well at it, things like that. And sometimes what we do is we ask ourselves why, and we come up with a reason that's acceptable. I don't have the time. I'm doing something else in life that life got lifey, and I have to do that. We have respectable and acceptable excuses. And I would ask you to just take a moment, if you're avoiding something, if you notice that you're avoiding something, and ask yourself, why am I avoiding this? What reason am I giving others for avoiding this? What reason am I giving myself for avoiding this? And is that reason reasonable? Is that reason acceptable, understandable? Well, sure, you don't have the time for it. I understand that. Of course, you've got other things that you want, not as high on your agenda, not in your hierarchy of needs. And once you do look at that, ask yourself if that's really true. Even though it's acceptable, even though it's reasonable, even though it's respectable, even though anybody with that excuse would be considered by somebody else to be acting in, with good conscience, do you really not have the time? Or does it come back to the point of being fearful? Do you really have other things going on that are more important than what that thing is that you want to do? Or are you afraid of failing at it? Are you afraid of looking like a fool because you tried? Who knows? But we sometimes tell ourselves that the reason we're not doing something is X when it's actually Y, and X is respectable. Y is embarrassing. X is, I don't have enough time, or it's not as important as other things on my to-do list. Y is, I'm afraid. I'm going to fail at it. I'll look stupid if I don't do really well at it. You know by now, you're going to fail. There's going to be things that are challenges for you. But I hope that if anything, these podcast episodes over the time that I've been doing them have kind of given you a permission slip to make sure that failure and making mistakes and, maybe cramming things into an amount of time that you have and just seeing what happens, those are going to help you learn. Those are going to help you do well. And eventually you'll figure it out. You know that, right? Eventually you will figure it out. You will. No, seriously, you will. So give yourself a double litmus test. Is that respectable excuse that I'm using to not do something, is that really evidence-based truth? Is that really real? Or is it just something that feels good, you can tell it to other people and they'll understand it, why not? That kind of thing, okay? Just tell me. Let me know in the comments below. If you're on voheroes.com, do the conversation stuff there because it's really calm and gentle and lovely and awesome. Hit the like button if you like what you're seeing. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to. You can ring the notification bell and be notified when new episodes come out. You can share this with another actor that might be using a reasonable excuse not to move forward with something in their performance career, because it can be scary. I get it. It can be scary. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.